Gordon Hayward averaging 17 points
Gordy.
over his last 5 games. The is he back
Old G.
conversation continues. Maybe old G. This segment is brought to you by our friends over at People don't like that in the comments.
I know, that's why I'm doing
People
it.
don't like it.
I hate the YouTube
This segment is
section.
brought to you by our friends over at 1-100. Go to
interrupting
CLNSmedia.com/Celtics raffle for your chance
kidding,
to win Celtics tickets for less than the price of a beer.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. And your first entry is always free.
Or less than the price of a bad cup of coffee.
We done here?
Yeah. Let's get it,
is Gordon Hayward back, Jimmy?
I would say, okay, I've been holding off on saying he's back all year.
Okay. What is back? Is back what he was in Utah and potentially being this team's second scorer? Because I think that's what a lot of people feel like.
He's not Utah back. He's not Utah back, but I think he's back in the sense where he's not what he was to start the year. He's back, like he's closing in. Like he's averaging, I think we looked at the stats right before this, and he's averaging like 17 points over the last 5 games.
Yeah.
If you told me he was averaging 17 points for the season, I would say absolutely you'll take that in his first season back from that injury.
Yeah.
So you have to be happy with what you're seeing right now.
Not everyone is Paul George here. I mean, this takes a long time.
And it took Paul George a long time, too.
It took him a long time, too, yeah. But, I mean, at the beginning of the season, we kind of marked and circled the All-Star break. A lot of us said, I remember a lot of people saying, and myself included, that around the All-Star break is where we hope to start seeing him turn a corner. And, of course, I understand people are upset that maybe his progression has been a little bit slower than they thought, and they're looking for a little bit more. But he has been really good, despite a couple clunkers, like against the Warriors and against the Thunder and against the Lakers. That is, you know, dismiss those. His progress has been really good over the last month. He's been great on the defensive side of the ball. He's been working phenomenally in pick-and-roll sets with guys like Al Horford, and that all comes with his confidence and rhythm, and that seems to be here.
Agreed. Confidence is it. I mean, I think physically he's there. Like, we see him moving out there. Right now what we're seeing is he's attacking the rim more. Yeah. He's going to the line. I think he went to the line. He went to the line 8 times tonight.
He had 8 assists, tied a season high. He's moving the ball.
He's hit, and the thing that really stood out to me before was that he was just missing open shots. So I think you go back to the game against the Sixers, huge 3 late in that game. I mean, and the talent is there. I mean, you don't break an ankle and just, it's not like Space Jam here where you just lose.
It'd be nice if it was.
You don't need MJ's special whatever water or whatever drink it was. It was water, but don't tell any of those people that it was
breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. But I will say that I'll say that he's kind of back. He's
making a lot of progress. This Gordon Hayward is drastically different from the one we were seeing in November and December.
Oh, absolutely.
Drastically. You watch the Sixers game, he's shooting in rhythm, he's shooting off the bounce, off the catch and shoot. He's just developed a lot of those old parts of his game that he didn't have, and that opens up a ton of flexibility for Brad Stevens. It allows him to play two-man game along the perimeter. He can shoot the ball like he did against Philadelphia, and if he is there, especially on nights without Kyrie Irving, I mean, that's phenomenal, right?
Right. I was just gonna say we're seeing it without Kyrie. I would love to see those two. Have a little 1-2 thing going on.
Here's my question: Kyrie or not, would you rather see Gordon inserted back into the starting lineup in the near future? Say this progression continues, or do you want to see him lead that second unit as a primary ball handler?
I want to see him lead the second unit because I think this year that's a good spot for him. I
so
don't think. As he's just starting to get comfortable in that position where you switch it up on him now.
Right.
I like what Gordon Hayward's doing. I mean, Jaylen Brown's playing a hell of a lot better. Coming off the bench. The only reason you would make a move is if you think Marcus Morris needs to go back to the bench, which I wouldn't. I just think that's more of a panic move.
Yeah, I don't really foresee that happening.
I think you stay the course. Listen, a lot of the problems that Celtics are having is more than just mechanical.
Right.
It's chemistry-wise.
Yeah.
So I don't think switching up the lineups again is really going to solve a lot of problems. I think people just need to buy into their roles, accept what their role is, and thrive in that role. And I think that's what you're seeing. I think that's what you're seeing Hayward do right now.
Yeah, last 3 months, Gordon Hayward's points per game and shooting percentage both are on the trend. They're trending upward 3 straight months. So, hey, I mean, he's in the right direction either way. Stick to CLNSmedia.com to follow all of Gordon Hayward's latest progressions.